What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Haunted Depths channel. Today, we are presenting a story shared with us by our follower Pratik with extreme fear and pain. This story is so long, so detailed, and so chilling that it will force you to wonder, can your most trusted friend unknowingly bring the biggest disaster into your life? This is a saga of trust, broken friendship, and getting caught in the horrific web of an ancient shadow. Be warned, listening to this might make you afraid to sleep alone tonight. Pratik told us that this incident began in late 2022 when he was in his final year of college. The friendship between Pratik and his neighbor-turned-best friend Sahil wasn't just limited to the neighborhood. They were like family members to each other. Their families also shared a very deep rapport as Pratik was living in the rental flat directly below Sahil's. Pratik confessed they both shared one bad habit: smoking. They always did this out of sight of their family members. For this purpose, they had found a place on the outskirts of the city. This spot was behind the city's defunct old Krishna mill, where a high, barren mound stood. Beside this mound was an old, crumbling brick wall, and within it lay an extremely deep, dry well. Local people whispered that years ago, after the mill shut down, a distressed soul had jumped into the well and their body was never recovered. Due to this rumor, no one ever ventured near the place. For them, it was a safe, secret haven. We would often reach there as evening fell, talk about college and our futures, laugh, hang out, and indulge our bad habit. This was the biggest proof of our brotherhood on top, a dark secret we couldn't share with anyone else in the world. The biggest thing was that despite going there for months, we had never felt any kind of negativity near that mound or the well. The unfinished offering. On one Tuesday evening, as light raindrops were falling, Pratik and Sahil arrived at their spot. Pratik took out his lighter, lit a cigarette, and offered it to Sahil. Sahil didn't take the cigarette. He was staring strangely at the ground. "What's wrong, Sahil? Why are you so quiet today?" Pratik asked. Sahil looked at Pratik, his eyes seeming different. He spoke slowly. "Man, Pratik, I'm feeling very uneasy today. I don't know why, but I feel like someone is very hungry, like someone has been sitting thirsty for many days." Pratik snapped. "What nonsense are you talking about? Go, grab some chips. Don't overthink it." But Sahil ignored Pratik. He slowly put his hand into his jacket pocket and pulled out not a cigarette, but 2 incense sticks. Pratik was astonished. "What is this? Since when do you carry incense sticks?" Sahil looked at the incense sticks with disbelief and said, "I swear I don't know where these came from in my jacket pocket. I even washed it yesterday." Pratik said irritably, "Just throw them away, man. Why are you staring at them like a ghost? We came here to smoke." But an odd, stubborn smile was on Sahil's face. He started walking towards the well with the incense sticks. Pratik grabbed his arm. "Sahil, listen to me. Don't go near that well. The vibe there doesn't feel right." Sahil shook his hand off and spoke in a sharp voice. "No, I have to make this offering. This is someone's share, and if I don't give it, something very bad will happen." He immediately dug the ground at the mouth of the well, planted both incense sticks, lit them, and then quickly left the spot. Pratik felt as if he was doing all this under some unknown pressure. What they didn't know was that the incense sticks didn't burn. They were instantly extinguished by the raindrops. This led the shadow to believe the offering was given, but it was not fully received. This incomplete offering proved to be the most dangerous. The possession begins. They both returned home. Sahil immediately developed a high fever and started vomiting. Pratik thought it might be due to getting wet in the rain. But the next night, Pratik's wife was called upstairs by Sahil's mother. Pratik saw Sahil on the bed. He was drenched in sweat, and his eyes were staring at the ceiling. Sahil whispered, trembling, "Pratik, I can see my dead distant uncle. He keeps saying, 'You called me. Now you come with me too. Your incense stick was for me.'" Pratik screamed all night. His family thought he was going through some mental trauma. Pratik advised Sahil to tell his parents about the well incident, but Sahil got scared. He was afraid of the smoking secret getting exposed. He decided to hide all this from his brother, which was his biggest mistake. In the next few days, Sahil's condition deteriorated severely. He had stopped going to college. As night fell, he would get up from his bed and see an old woman dressed in a dirty, torn sari roaming around the house. He would scream, saying the woman would come and sit next to him and stroke his body with cold, fleshless hands. Sahil's family first took him to a doctor, then called a respected pandit. The pandit performed some rituals, applied a sandalwood mark, and said, "It's just a mental illusion, son." But as night fell, the shadow started dominating Sahil even faster. He would lie on the floor and mumble in a strange, incomprehensible language. He once badly scared his own sister. The Exorcist and the Second Attack. Giving up hope, Sahil's father took him to a famous exorcist in a distant city. The 𝐒𝐲𝐽, or exorcist, looked into Sahil's eyes and said, "He has made an offering to a spirit at a cursed place. This spirit is very ancient and powerful." The 𝐒𝐲𝐽 listened to Sahil's whole story. Sahil broke down, crying, and told him everything about the well and the incense sticks. The 𝐒𝐲𝐽 performed some difficult rituals, tied a thread, and gave Sahil some herbs. The 𝐒𝐲𝐽 assured him that everything would be fine now. Sahil returned home, but as soon as he lay on his bed, he told Pratik, "Pratik, I don't trust the 𝐒𝐲𝐽. I still feel that incense stick is there, and until it is removed, this thing won't leave me." Sahil was completely irritable. He would sit in a corner of the house and chant for hours, "Remove the incense stick. They will kill me. That old woman will kill my children." Pratik felt Sahil was suffering more from mental trauma than the shadow itself. The redemption and the betrayal. When there was no other recourse, on the advice of Sahil's uncle, they went to an extremely elderly fakir dadi, a Sufi mystic or spiritual grandmother, known for her spiritual power. The dadi took one look at Sahil and said, "The shadow of the old woman of the well is upon you," which was provoked by the incomplete offering. "Come, take me to the spot where the incense sticks were planted." Pratik and Sahil's father reached the mound with the dadi. The dadi went near the well, dug the ground, and using a knife, pulled out the extinguished, rotting incense sticks. As soon as the incense sticks were removed, Sahil, who was sitting in the car, was suddenly filled with peace. The light returned to his eyes. He shouted to Pratik, "I'm fine, Pratik, I feel light, like a heavy burden has been lifted." The dadi burned those incense sticks with some ritual materials and drew a protective circle around the well. She explained that the offering was given, but it got extinguished. The spirit considered this an insult and attached itself to Sahil. Sahil recovered. Pratik was overjoyed that his brother was saved. But a terrible change came over Sahil after his recovery. He severed all ties with Pratik. He would become enraged just by seeing Pratik. "You are my enemy. I had to endure so much torment because of you," Sahil would scream. Pratik tried 1,000 times to reason with him, but Sahil insisted to his mother that Pratik and his family, who were renting their flat, vacate the house immediately. This was a major blow to Pratik's family. Amid financial constraints, they were forced to hastily rent the upper floor of a very old, dilapidated 3-story building at a low price. The shadow transfers itself. Pratik's family shifted there. Pratik told Haunted Depths, "Brother, I am absolutely sure the evil that left Sahil had to come to me, because I didn't stop Sahil from going to that place. The shadow was now haunting me." As soon as they shifted to the new house, they learned it had been vacant for 2 years because 2 people had died there, an elderly owner who died from a head injury after falling in the bathroom, and his young son who committed suicide from an overdose. On the first night, Pratik was sleeping alone on his cot. He felt like someone was calling him softly by his name. "Vipul, Vipul, come to me." The second night, He heard someone scratching the door of his room with their nails. The third night, as Pratik was sleeping, he suddenly felt a weight on his body. Then he felt a cold touch. Someone was stroking his stomach, waist, and throat. It was so terrifying that Pratik tried to scream and wake up, but no sound came. Terrified, he immediately went to sleep between his mother and his younger brother Anshul. He thought sleeping in the middle would dispel the fear. But the touch was now being felt on the soles of his feet. The following morning, Pratik's mother took him to an experienced Peer Baba. Pratik told the Baba everything, from the story of the well to the current touch. The Baba gave him 4 strange parchments with some Arabic writing. Mix 2 in drinking water and 2 in bathing water. It will take effect in 3 days. Pratik did this for 3 days.